combine in the simple whole number ratio. Remember earlier assumption of the Dalton atomic theory alisema kwamba the atom combine in the simple ratio to form a compound, but it's not necessary. Why? Because of the experiment conducted. So you can see that, for example, the discovery of the large molecular compound showed that atom can combine with large integer as it is in hydrocarbons. Sasa kwamba tunaona kwamba atoms sio lazima combine in the simple whole number ratio. No, they can combine even in large molecular compound. So large integers kwamba they can combine with the large integers. A good example refer those hydrocarbons. Example, we have the heptane. The heptane is a compound which is made up of 7 carbon atom and 16 hydrogen. But also we have those polymer compound. The polymer compound is the compound zenye ambazo zinakuwa na large integer. Zinakuwa na large number. So it's not necessary combination of the compound to be in the whole, simple whole ratio number. No. This is according to the modern Dalton atomic theory. Okay, now after looking the postulates of Dalton atomic theory, those amendments or the modern one, now let us see the discovery of the fundamental particles of an atom. As you see that there is a rise of the concept in the modern Dalton atomic theory in the issue of the atom made up of those subatomic particles, which are mainly protons, neutrons, and electrons. Therefore, now sasa tuone how do these protons, neutrons, and electrons can be discovered in the nucleus. Therefore, we are going to discuss on the amendment of the Dalton atomic theory pointed out that atoms consist of the subatomic particles, which are protons, neutrons, and electrons. This particle discusses how these subatomic particles were discovered. So tunaangalia ile discovery of those subatomic particles. So starting with the discovery of the electrons by Thomson. Remember the different scientists walitumia ile assumptions, zile idea za Dalton kama major foundation for them to perform further experiment ili kuja na majibu ya hizi concept of the atomic structure. So when we look on the Thomson, he said that the existence of electron in an atom was first suggested by Joseph John Thomson. Sometimes they call J.J. Thomson. Kwamba existence electron ilikuwa suggested na huyu J.J. Thomson using a discharge tube under low pressure. Alitumia discharge tube, lakini pia aliconsider condition or factor of low pressure. So what is this discharge tube? Tutaenda kuona. Kuna simple mechanism ambayo ina demonstrate hii situation. So the discharge tube consists of the glass tube with the metal electrode fused on the wall. Hasa hiyo discharge tube yenye imeconsist glass tube, ambayo hiyo glass tube it is made up of the electrodes. Kwenye zile wall zake kuna electrodes, and always we have 2 electrodes, ambapo tuna cathode electrode and anode electrode. Sasa ile discharge tube anasema kwamba imeconsist the glass tube with a metal electrodes fused on the wall, kwenye zile kuta zake. A gas in a discharge tube at low pressure is a good conductor of electricity. Kumbuka tuliona kwamba aliconsider factor of low pressure. Sasa anasema kwamba a gas in a discharge tube at low pressure ilikuwa ina support the electricity, or we can say conductivity. Okay, when the electricity was allowed to pass through a gas, in a discharge tube. It gave a bright luminous stream of cathode rays moving from cathode to anode of the discharge tube. Sasa anasema kwamba when the current is allowed to pass through, there is this one bright luminous stream of cathode rays. Sasa kuna ray ambazo zinaonekana and they tend to move from the cathode plate toward the anode plate through the discharge tube. And the tube connected to the suction pump, which is used to reduce the pressure inside the tube. Ilikuwa imeconnectiwa na hii suction pump ambayo ilikuwa inasaidia ku reduce the pressure. Remember, the main factor is at low pressure, whereby the discharge tube can work effectively by ensuring the conductivity and the other activities can take place effectively. When the tube is connected to the electric source, the luminous rays, which are called cathode ray, are formed. Sasa ndipo tunaona kwamba kuna rays zinatengenezwa ambazo hizi ray is known as cathode rays. When the pressure of the gas in the discharge tube is lowered to a certain level, example times 10 power -2 atmosphere, hii ni very low pressure, the dark space fills the whole length of the tube, indicates that some invisible rays are coming from the cathode and move toward the anode at a right angle with the high velocity. This is what's happening there within the discharge tube. So now, these were called cathode rays since they originate from the cathode and are attracted to the anode. Sasa kwa nini ziliitwa cathode ray? Ziliitwa cathode ray kwa sababu it was originated from the cathode plate or cathode electrode and they tend to move toward the what? Anode. Sasa kama zilikuwa originated from the cathode ray, a negative charge or positive charge, hapa ndipo tunakuja kupata conclusion of the discovery of the electrons. So according to Thomson, cathode ray are negatively charged. Sasa kulingana na J.J. Thomson alisema kwamba cathode rays ni negative charged because when they are allowed to pass through an electric field, tutaona kwenye figure 1.1, they are deflected toward a positive charge plate. Sasa zilipokuwa zimeruhusiwa zipite kwenye discharge tube, zilikuwa zinakuwa deflected moja kwa moja kwenye positive plate. Kama zinakuwa deflected kwenye positive plate, hii ina maana gani? Mean that the cathode rays, those rays are negative charged ion. As we know that the negative will be attracted to the positive. Maana zingekuwa ni positive, obvious zingekuwa attracted to the negative. Lakini remember, they are originated from the cathode electrode. So from there, mean that those rays are negative charged ion. So the cathode ray consists of moving particles with the defined mass and velocity. Zilikuwa na mass lakini pia na hiyo velocity, because we see that they travel, kunakuwa na distance, lazima ziwe na velocity. And it produce heat when they strike a material surface. Na huwa zikistrike kwenye surface of the material huwa zina produce ile heating effect and cause chemical change, and sometimes it leads to the chemical change. Now let us see our figure 1.1 which show the discharge tube ambayo